Welcome, everyone, to the Society of Consulting Psychology. My name is Joanie Brawley, and I'm the 2023 SCP Conference Co-Chair, and I am delighted to be here today with Joanie Connell, who is our incoming Secretary of SCP. And not only that, she is also presenting a workshop and concurrent session at this year's conference, and I'm so excited to talk more about it. Hi, Joanie. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, Joanie.
Wonderful, wonderful. I love to just start off by learning a little bit about yourself, and I'd love for you to just jump right on in and share a little bit about who you are.
Sure. Well, let's see. I'm an organizational consultant, fortunately, because I love SCP. And I've been in the business for, 20 years now, I would say. My company is Flexible Work Solutions and located in San Diego, California.
Lovely. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. So, this year's conference is called Conscious Consulting: Authentic Connections for Transformational Communities. And I had a chance to read over the agenda, and I saw that you are doing a workshop entitled Authentically Connecting with Technical Leaders to Successfully Consult to Technical Organizations. I'm not going to
Mhm.
try to say that 5 times fast, but it sounds so interesting. And then you also have a concurrent session to the following day called How Newer Consultants Can Influence and Bring About Change by Engaging with Clients Authentically. I'm reading our conference theme all over your workshop and session. And I'd love to hear from you. How do you connect with the conference theme?
Well, actually, it was the conference theme that inspired me to put these two sessions together. The workshop is something that I do as a result of my book, Consulting to Technical Leaders, Teams, and Organizations. And a lot of the question comes up is how do consultants actually connect with technical people in a way that works for them rather than thinking they have to be so technical. And that's what a lot of people come to me and they say, oh, I'm not technical. I don't know if I can work with them. I say, no, actually, you can do it in a way that works for you. And technical people tend to like authentic people in general. They don't like the real salesy, smooth. You're too smooth consultant in a suit. They might be like, so that was like the authenticity piece, and as well as the session I'm doing that one, uh, and that one is really for younger people. And Becky and I are doing that together. It's for younger people who are, or maybe not younger, newer. We say newer consultants because people transfer in from other fields, and how to be authentic there too. Sometimes when you're new at something, you feel like you're supposed to be in a certain way, or you have an audience that doesn't look like you or feel like you. And so we're addressing that in that session as well.
How exciting. Wow. My question to you is, as a follow up to that, how do you connect with the theme?
Mhm.
And just learning a lot about your business so far and the work that you do within consulting psychology, what problem do you hope to solve in the world?
Well, that's an interesting question because one of the problems I hope to solve is something that sort of resulted in my consulting, and also being a parent. And that is helping younger people be more effective and empowered in this world. Because when I'm out there working with managers and leaders, so often they're frustrated with people who are younger, and they're saying that, I mean, anxiety is rampant right now. People are quitting so quickly because they can't stick it out. How do they deal with that? And so a while back, I wrote another book called Flying Without a Helicopter. And it was about helping the parents and managers and also the younger people sort of get out of the nest, and how do we help people who are younger at this point, to be more resilient and empowered to take care of themselves. And so that's one of my missions in life. I work with a lot of young people. I do that like career coaching as well on the side to help people really figure that out. So that's something that really matters a lot to me as a psychologist too.
Mm, wow. I love that the connections that you're bringing forth to not only different generations but different levels of expertise. And it's always great to invest in others because we can often learn from one another too along the way. So it brings me to my next question is what makes your work unique to this world?
Well, I don't know if I'm exactly unique, but I think that I have something a different angle than a lot of people, and that is my niche of consulting to technical people. And I started out as an electrical engineer. That was my first career. And I really just found that I was much more interested in the people problems than solving the electrical ones. And so I went back to school and I studied psychology so that I could help technical people communicate better, have the interpersonal skills. And that's what I've been doing ever since. So I feel like there aren't that many people who have that background and who have that passion because this is just, I love working with technical people. I love helping them see how they can learn some of the people side of things and actually talk about things that aren't necessarily data driven and analytical, but more feelings and all that. So that's a passion. I think that's pretty different from most people, but there are probably some others who have similar interests at least.
Absolutely, yes. It's very interesting that you speak about it because it's often a topic not discussed all the time or at the forefront of what's important to some people and how they work. You don't really recognize that some people are more technical than others, and so I'm interested in learning what gets you out of bed in the morning, Joni.
Oh, that's a well, let's see. Some days it varies, right? I was thinking about that recently. I was talking to my daughter about being motivated, and back in the pandemic, it was even something as small as my morning mocha, my little treat to myself, a little chocolate first thing in the day there, when times are really tough. But mostly it's finding something really positive that I'm looking forward to that day, either something that I'm doing or making happen or something that I'm experiencing, like a fun event. So usually in the morning, first thing I do is think about what do I have to look forward to today? And I can always find something.
Yeah, the joys, the joys in the mocha. Wonderful.
I know the mocha. They help in a lot of ways. The caffeine helps too.
In the morning, during the day, in the afternoon, judgment-free zone when it comes down to mocha and the cacao and the chocolate and all those
Yeah.
sweet. Well, wonderful, wonderful. In just a few words or less, what are you looking forward to the most in this conference?
I'm looking forward to people. I love hanging out with other consulting psychologists who have the same passions that I do. I mean, in consulting psychology, I just don't get that enough in life. I mean, usually I'm sort of the oddball in the room, or if I'm working with clients, they're a bunch of engineers and I'm a consulting psychologist. So hanging out with my tribe, that's what I'm looking forward to.
I love it. I love what you said, hanging out with my tribe.
Yeah.
That ought to be coined for the subtitle for the conference. So many wonderful things to do at the conference, from the jam session to the yoga, to the wisdom circle. So many moments to be with our SCP tribe. And so for those that are watching this podcast and those that are joining us for this conference, we look forward to seeing you all. And I want to give my biggest thank you to Joanie for taking the time out your evening to, at the crunch time of getting ready for your workshop and your session at the same time, for your time, for your wisdom that you shared, and for your openness towards the work that you do. Very much greatly, deeply appreciate it. And I want to also just plug into you are hosting the SCP Book Authors Podcast. Is that correct?
Yes, we just launched it. So those episodes are coming out monthly now. Yes.
Okay. And how can folks check it out?
Go to the SCP website. That's where everything lands, on the SCP website, and look for the podcast there. It's also on YouTube. You can search for it, but I recommend just going to the website.
Wonderful. Excellent. Well, Joanie, I look forward to seeing you at the conference, and I look forward to your sessions as well. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye.